Hey, this is Phil, and it's your Friday video update. So first I want to talk to you about a case you probably heard about. On Tuesday, a federal appellate court in the District of Columbia, three-judge panel ruled in favor of PHH Mortgage over the CFPB. Last year, the CFPB had won a case against PHH where they said that they were violating RESPA rules with regard to kickbacks for a company that they also owned that does insurance. And the judge had ruled that they had a $6 million fine, and the CFPB arbitrarily raised that fine to $109 million. Well, PHH appealed, and Tuesday they won the case. And that's a big decision for a couple of reasons. Number one, it establishes the statute of limitations and said that CFPB had to follow that with regard to all of their rulings, and they had kind of just overlooked the statute of limitations. But moreover, they ruled that the CFPB's structure is actually unconstitutional. Now, it's going to take a little bit more haggling over that to see how that all shakes out. But big news and great news for the mortgage industry, and hopefully that's going to lead to some improvements, if you will. So if you have any more questions than that, feel free to give me a call, and I can kind of direct you to some information and or answer your questions. Now I wanted to talk about interest rates because, you know, we've been talking for, quite frankly, years about low interest rates and how great they are and when is this all going to change and so forth. Well, I'm afraid that we may have finally seen the scale tip in the other direction. Now, I'm not saying the sky is falling by any stretch of the imagination, but we have seen the bond market decline here fairly steadily over the last week and a half or so. And I follow a couple different things very closely, and one of the sources that I follow regularly seems to be indicating that you know, this might be that kind of final move where we finally start seeing the market turn around. Now, everyone's been asking me about the Fed raising rates in November or December. It looks like it's probably going to be December, and everyone automatically thinks that that means interest rates are going to go up by that amount, and that's not really how it works, and we've talked about this before. But what you do need to know is that the rates are looking like they're going to start moving up slowly, gradually. We may actually see a little reversal of that when the Fed raises rates, because that's going to kind of hurt the stock market and throw money back into the bond market maybe for a little period of time right there at the end of the year if we're lucky. But other than that, I think you can kind of start expecting now a slow, gradual rise in interest rates. And I'm not sure we're going to see it correct itself and get better again like it's been doing for the last couple of years. So what does that mean to you and your clients? Well, what it means is act now, number one. If you have clients who are sitting on the fence, or you know someone who's talking about refinancing and they're waiting for things to get better because they've gone up a little bit here recently, you might want to tell them not to wait any longer. Have them give me a call, and I'd be happy to work through the numbers with them. But the thing here also is looking forward to 2017. Just know that, hey, rates are still going to be low. Maybe we're in the low 4% rather than just below 4. But the idea is that, you know, your clients are going to have a little shift in reality, a little shift in expectation, if you will, and you need to be prepared to let them know that, hey, things are still good. Don't panic. These are still historically great low rates, and it's not something that should keep them from wanting to buy a house. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, you want to discuss this further with me, or have me speak directly to one of your clients about this particular situation, I am happy to do so. Give me a call and give me their name and number, and I'll give them a call right back. I hope you have a great weekend. Forward and share this to anyone that you think might find it useful, and we'll talk again next week. Have a great weekend.